Good morning, good morning. Welcome back and Happy New Year for our Sunday school. And today we're going to talk about the soldiers in the Bible. For 10 minutes, I'm going to share with you Sunday school teaching with regard to the great men in the Old and the New Testament. So we're going to start the first soldier in the Bible named Joshua. Do you know the life of Joshua? Okay. Let us hear about him in his book in Joshua chapter 24 verse 15. Ano ba ang nangyari dito? Okay, let us say the declaration of Joshua. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourself this day whom you will serve. Whether the gods of your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land are living. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So ito pong verse na ito, we could see that there was a little problem of choosing whom they're going to serve. Meron pong problema. Bakit po? Dahil nasabi ni Joshua na bahala kayo kung anong or sino ang isi-serve ninyo o paglilingkuran ninyo. Yan ba ang Diyos sa Euphrates? Diyos ba ng mga Amorites? Pero sabi ni Joshua, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Don't you know that Joshua was a soldier? And Joshua invade, or not really invade, but possess Canaan dahil po sa kanyang leadership. And during his time, there are kingdoms in Canaan that he was able to, possess or took possession with the land of the whole Canaan. And it was during to Joshua that God has given the word that you must be of good courage, di ba? At the beginning of his ministry, what we call ministry, or at the beginning of his leadership, after Moses gave all the responsibilities to him as a leader, so all the Canaanites, to all the Israel over Canaanites, it was a big responsibilities. And he was one of the spies mga spy na pinadala ni Moses doon sa Canaan. And Joshua and Caleb took a very, courageous, may I say, position to tell Moses the truth with faith. Kasi lahat ng ang ibang spy po na pinadala ni Moses ay sinabing, nako, mga malalaki, mga ready po sila. Hindi po kayang ma-destroy or malabanan ang Canaan. Pero si Joshua and Caleb, no? Totoo yun, malalaki, pero may mga weaknesses po sila. So nakitaan ng Diyos, ni Moses, na ang Diyos ay andun kay Joshua and Caleb. And because of that faith, si Joshua and Caleb lang po ang nakapasok doon sa Canaan na lumabas doon sa Egypt. 'Di ba? Sila yung mga lumabas sa Egypt. Yung lahat ng mga tao doon sa Egypt na lumabas po, generations po 'yun eh. Generations po 'yun ang lumipas. Ibig sabihin, may nanganak po doon sa wilderness at yung mga anak doon sa wilderness, dumami sila. 40 years kaya, 'di ba? So, yung pagdami nila, yung lahat ng lumabas sa Egypt, hindi na po nakapasok doon sa Canaan except Joshua and Caleb. Yung mga pumasok na kasama nila, mga anak na nang lumabas doon sa Egypt. So, God was really, angry at them na hindi na nakapasok kasama si Moses because of disobedience, because of their, complaining spirit. Yun ang problema doon sa lumabas sa Egypt. Dahil ang Egypt po ay, of course, may mga pagkain doon, pero hindi nila na-appreciate yung provision ng Panginoon during the time of wilderness. And then here comes Joshua and Caleb. They were very strong and of positive mind, of good courage, to tell Moses na kayang-kaya yun. Kayang-kaya. Kaya sundalo po ito si Joshua and Caleb. At sila po ang binigyan ng responsibility ng Diyos na makapagpatuloy sa mission na binigay doon kay Moses. Indeed, we see na at the beginning of the chapter of Joshua, God said to Joshua, "Be of good courage." Bakit po? Dahil courageous na si Joshua But pinalakas pa ng Diyos. And indeed, kingdoms were being struck down during the time of Joshua. Nakuha ni Joshua yung lahat ng kingdoms doon po sa Canaanite. And God said to him, drive away all the inhabitants of this land. Nagawa ni Joshua yon with Caleb and all the Israelites, yung mga anak ng mga Israelite na lumabas po sa Egypt, mga anak doon, na hindi na na-experience yung mga mabigat na mga parusa, hindi na masyadong na-appreciate yung deliverance ng Diyos, yung exodus ng Diyos. Dahil hindi po sila nakakasama doon sa paglabas. Okay? Kaya, meron pong lesson po yan But as we see the life of Joshua as a soldier, siya po yung experience na appreciate niya talaga. Yung paglabas doon sa Egypt and then entering Canaan. So, tayo sa atin po, may mga bagay po tayong dapat papasalamatan sa Panginoon. Like Joshua, he has got a lot of things to say. Dito po sa huling part in the life of Joshua, before po siya namatay, na-experience yung mga victories over victories, and after victories, and then over the land of Canaanite. Marami po siyang naipasalamat sa Panginoon. But one thing that struck us is this, ito pong sinabi niyang, I don't know about you, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Bilang isang sundalo po, huwag po natin kakalimutan na ang buhay po natin ay dapat para lang sa Diyos. At bilang isang sundalo, dapat lagi tayong handa. In the life of Joshua, after his death, there was Caleb. And after the death of Caleb, there were elders over Israel. At meron pong kapayapaan sa buong bayan, sa buong bansang Israel after the death of Joshua. Ibig pong sabihin, kung tayo po ay nagsiserve sa Panginoon, there will be peace in our family. As a soldier of God, bigyan po tayo ng kapayapaan ng Diyos. Of course, normal po yung mga problema. Normal po yan, mga challenges in life. But don't ever forget that God will be with you, addressing all the situation. Ibig pong sabihin, kung meron man tayong mga problema sa buhay na ito, God will always be there for you to address that problem and to tell you that He is there with you. He is our banner, and He will always be winning in the winning side. In fact, we already won. We fight not because to win. We fight to guard the victory that God has already given us. Amen? So yan po ang pinakamalagang bagay na ang pamilya po natin dapat i-encourage din natin to choose God, to choose, serving God, to have this kind of principle of life, like Joshua, that after all the victories, and meron ding mga defeats, mga weaknesses, meron ding mga nakikitaan natin sa verses na nagipag-treaty siya doon sa kalaban, which is God did not, command Joshua, dapat drive away Pero meron po siyang kinontrata na naging kasama na tuloy sa loob ng Israel. So may mga compromising na nangyari. That's why may consequence po. Sa buhay natin, perhaps may mga nagawa tayong mga kamalian that, makes us, uncomfortable to really serve the Lord. Dahil andyan po sila, like thorn in your side. Yun po, dito po sa Joshua yun nangyayari. Mga tinik sa ating kasama-kasama natin na gusto nating mag-pray sa Panginoon, gusto nating bumait pero hindi natin magagawa. Dahil may mga tinik talaga because those things perhaps might be the consequence, perhaps might be the challenges and test of your life, but be like Joshua to choose God, whatever happens, whatever the people around you are choosing, but don't ever forget that like Joshua, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. The spirit of being a soldier of the Lord. Thank you very much. This is Bishop Harl, and see you next week for our 10-minute Sunday School. At the World Salon Forever, my eternal family. Huwag kang kalimutan. Isipin mo, umayos ka. See you.